I woke up at 6:42 a.m. exactly. I remember the number because everything after that moment started to feel measured, precise, wrong. The bathroom light flickered once before stabilizing. Nothing unusual. Old wiring. I had seen that before. I leaned over the sink. Cold water. Hands trembling slightly from sleep. Routine. Predictable. Safe. I looked up, and my reflection was still looking down. 3 seconds. That's how long it took for it to catch up. At first, my brain refused to process it. It corrected itself. Glitch. Eye strain. Maybe I moved too fast. I tested it again. I raised my hand slowly. 1, 2, 3. Then it moved. Not a mere delay. Not blur. Not lag like a screen. A clean, deliberate pause. Like it was waiting. A cold pressure built behind my eyes. My stomach tightened as if my body understood before I did. Mirrors don't hesitate. Light doesn't arrive late. But there it was, my face, my exact face, following me like it was choosing to. I stepped closer. The reflection stayed still for those 3 seconds again, and in that gap, I felt something unbearable. It was watching me, not as a copy, as something separate, something studying. The delay wasn't empty time, it was occupied. I leaned in until my breath fogged the glass. My reflection did not fog with me, not immediately. 3 seconds later, the condensation appeared, but shaped differently. Too slow, too intentional. My pulse spiked. I stumbled back, and then it happened. The moment everything broke, I screamed, a sharp, instinctive sound, but in the mirror, I saw myself smiling, wide, teeth showing, eyes calm. For 3 full seconds, that version of me stood there smiling while I was mid-scream. Then it caught up. The smile vanished. The scream appeared. But I had already seen it. That thing wasn't copying me anymore. It was deciding. I turned away from the mirror. I had to. My breathing became uneven. Every instinct told me to leave, to get out, to break the line of sight. But something worse crawled into my mind. If I wasn't looking at it, what was it doing during those 3 seconds? I forced myself to look back. Slowly. Carefully. This time, I didn't move. I just watched. 1 second. 2, 3. Nothing. Perfect synchronization. Relief tried to settle in. Then I blinked, and during that blink, it moved first. A subtle shift. A tilt of the head. Slightly off angle. Not matching my posture. I froze. My reflection froze too. But I knew. It had taken initiative. I began testing it. Small movements. Finger taps. Head turns. Breathing patterns. Always the same. 3 seconds behind. Except, the delay started to feel inconsistent. Sometimes 2 seconds, sometimes less, and sometimes it anticipated. That's when I understood something that made my chest tighten. The gap wasn't fixed, it was closing. The mirror surface began to change, not visually at first, but physically. The air near it felt heavier, like standing too close to deep water. The edges of my reflection, they weren't sharp anymore. They shimmered, like the glass wasn't solid, like it was depth. I reached out. I don't know why. Maybe to confirm it was still a mirror. Maybe to prove I was still in control. My fingers touched the surface, cold, but not rigid. There was a softness, a give, like touching stretched skin. I pulled back instantly. In the reflection, my hand didn't pull away. Not immediately. It stayed there, pressed against the inside, fingers splayed, pushing outward, like it was trying to meet me. Then, slowly, 3 seconds later, it withdrew. I staggered back. My breathing turned shallow. Something had changed fundamentally. This wasn't reflection anymore. This was a threshold, and something on the other side was learning how to cross it. The delay dropped to 1 second, then less. Every movement felt chased, like something was closing distance behind me. Except it wasn't behind me. It was in front. I tried to leave the bathroom. My hand reached for the door. In the mirror, my reflection was already holding the handle, already turning it. Ahead of me, I froze. If it reached 0, what would happen? Would it become me, or would I become it? I looked back at the mirror one last time, and for the first time, there was no delay. Perfect sync. Every movement matched, every breath aligned. Relief surged through me so suddenly I almost laughed. It was over. It had fixed itself. I stepped closer, careful, slow. I raised my hand. The reflection mirrored perfectly. No hesitation, no gap, nothing wrong. Then I whispered, not with sound, with movement, barely visible. Lips forming words I didn't say. I'm here now. I stumbled back. But my reflection didn't follow. It stayed close to the glass. Too close. Watching. Not copying anymore. Just present. And then I realized something that hasn't let me sleep since. The delay didn't disappear. It transferred. Ow. Now, when I move, I feel it. A hesitation. A fraction of a second where my body doesn't respond immediately. Like something else is going first. Like I'm the one catching up. Tonight, I covered every mirror in my house. Every surface. Every reflection. But it doesn't matter anymore. Because I don't need a mirror to feel it watching. To feel it moving. Just ahead of me. So before you finish reading this, before you get up, before you check your phone or walk past a mirror, do one thing. Move your hand, slowly, and pay attention. Not to what you see, but to what you feel. Because if there's even the slightest delay, even a fraction, it means it's already started. And it's learning how to replace you